NLP Practitioner Presupposition number 3. Resistance is a sign that there is a lack of rapport between you and your client. Rapport is the connection that builds trust and makes it easier for people to do business with each other. When there's no rapport, you won't be able to get through to your client or have them take action on what you are selling. Rapport is a connection between you and your client's unconscious mind. You create rapport by matching and mirroring physiology, tonality, and keywords, and this establishes responsiveness in the autonomic nervous system, which is essential to gaining agreement. Once you have rapport, anything is possible. You can accomplish anything with someone who responds to you and feels comfortable in what you're doing for them. You can create an impact with your clients once they are in rapport with you, because without rapport, there's no responsiveness. Rapport is the key to success. But when you start to feel resistance, it's a sign that there is no rapport. You may be communicating with someone who isn't responding to you or doesn't accept what they're being presented. Resistance is often a sign that your client has been burned before by someone who is trying to sell them something, either another product or service like yours, or even just time wasters like surveys and free consultations. It can also mean that the person has simply lost interest in listening to anything else from anyone else from now, which means it's time for you both to take a break from each other so that each of you can recharge yourselves before continuing on your respective paths. Resistance is a signal that there is no connection between you and your client. When the connection is strong, resistance disappears. If the client says something like, "I don't want to talk about my mother anymore," or "Can we focus on making money instead?" it could mean that you haven't created enough rapport for them to feel comfortable sharing whatever it is they are resisting discussing at the moment. When you are using active listening, remember that it's not just about repeating what the client says. You should also be observing body language and making small, non-verbal responses to their statements. For example, if they say, "I don't feel like I have a lot of friends right now," you might nod your head and say, "I feel you." The 3 other things that are crucial when building rapport are mirroring, empathy, and confirmation. Mirroring refers back to the same non-verbal cues as active listening. Eye contact, posture, and gestures are all important here too. Resistance in a client is a sign of a lack of rapport. It's important to recognize the signs of resistance and work with it rather than against it. When you're working with clients, resistance is sometimes inevitable and can be frustrating. But remember that even negative behaviors are opportunities for positive change. Resistances can include anything from refusal to participate in coaching, complaining about prices, or not following through with work assignments.